So, I don't think some people understand what body shaming is and the impact it has on people. Body shaming is the act of mocking, criticizing, or humiliating someone based on their physical appearance, size, shape, or weight. It involves negative comments or judgments regarding skin, body, hair, clothing, height, or perceived beauty standards. And this is a form of bullying, even if you say it's a joke. And it can cause severe emotional distress, including low self esteem, anxiety, depression. And one thing I forgot, eating disorders. Or it can make eating disorders worse. And when I called out body shaming, I was told I was overreacting. People often claim that you are overreacting to body shaming due to a combination of normalized societal toxicity, personal insecurities, and lack of empathy. Body shaming is frequently minimized as just a joke, constructive criticism, or tough love, making victims feel invalidated when they express hurt. And sometimes they don't express hurt, they're too afraid to speak up because they don't want to seem as weak, even though they're not weak. And I was told, life is hard, you have to have thick skin. Yes, life is hard, but we don't need to make life harder on other people, especially young teens or young adults. Or like I said, anyone fucking period. And people who engage in body shaming are often projecting their own insecurities onto others. By dismissing your feelings, they protect their own ego and avoid confronting their own issues. If you call out a friend or family member for body shaming, they may call you too sensitive to flip the narrative and avoid taking responsibility for their cruel actions. And no, I am not saying that this person is a bad person. I am just trying to get people to see what body shaming is and that it's not okay, even if they're saying it's a joke. And like I said, these hurtful comments are often disguised as a joke. And when you take them seriously, the shamer may accuse you of lacking a sense of humor, which is actually a form of gaslighting to avoid accountability. And our society has long normalized commenting on physical appearance, making people desensitized to how harmful these remarks are. And a lot of these people lack awareness. Many people do not realize that comments intended as compliments, example, you look much healthier now, or observations, example, have you lost weight, are actually forms of body shaming that promote unhealthy standards. Family and friends may think they are helping you by pointing out areas for improvement and may feel defensive when their help is labeled as hurtful. When others tell you that you are overreacting, they are actively invalidating your emotions, which is often done because they lack empathy or the emotional intelligence to understand the psychological damage caused by body shaming. In many cases, telling you that you are overreacting, it's a form of victim blaming, shifting the fault from the person making the abusive comment to you for having a normal emotional reaction. And sorry, yes, I had to read my notes because this is a lot to remember. And I actually looked up psychology. And there's actually research on this stuff. And, I have my opinion, you have your opinion, but I don't feel like you can disagree with psychologists, especially if you have never studied psychology. And if someone says you're overreacting, your reaction is generally not an overreaction, but rather a valid response to an invalidating and harmful behavior. And again, yes, it is still body shaming when someone says It's just a joke. Intention does not erase impact, and using humor to mask insults, teasing, or unwanted opinions about weight, shape, or opinions can still cause significant emotional pain and lasting psychological harm. Even if the person really did just mean it as a joke or well meaning advice, it is still harmful. These jokes can create lasting insecurities, body dissatisfaction, and contribute to lower self esteem and, like I said before, disordered eating. Ultimately, comments about someone's body are rarely necessary. Everyone has the right to feel respected and comfortable in their own skin. So please, before you make comments about someone's body or appearance, just don't do it.